South Korea, the land of K-pop, K-drama, and kimchi. A country obsessed with its own culture, where Christianity and Buddhism dominate every street corner. But hidden inside this ultra-modern, ultra-connected society is a community that most Koreans have never met. No Azaan, no halal restaurants on every block. No one around them knows they're fasting. This is what it means to be Muslim in South Korea. South Korea is home to approximately 150,000 Muslims, just 0.3% of the entire population, a tiny fraction. Most are foreign workers and students from Southeast Asia, Central Asia, and the Middle East. But a small and growing number are Korean converts, men and women who found Islam in one of the world's most unlikely places. And every single Ramadan, they fast, pray, and worship in almost complete silence. Imagine walking into a Korean convenience store, hungry after a long day, and realizing almost nothing on the shelf is halal. Pork is everywhere in Korean cuisine, in the soups, the sauces, even the ramen. For a Muslim living here, every single meal requires careful planning. Prayer is another daily challenge. Seoul has very few mosques and prayer spaces. A Muslim student might pray between lectures in a quiet stairwell. A factory worker might unroll his prayer mat in a storage room during his lunch break, not because he is hiding, but because there is simply nowhere else to go. And yet he prays every single day, 5 times a day, without fail. Ramadan in South Korea arrives without any fanfare. No decorated streets, no collective excitement. The world simply keeps moving at full speed. A Muslim fasting in Seoul wakes up alone before dawn for suhoor, quietly eating in a tiny apartment while the rest of the city sleeps. Then comes a full day of work or university and fasting in complete silence while Korean colleagues eat, drink, and laugh around him. When iftar finally arrives, there is no canon, no azan echoing through the streets, just a quiet notification on a phone screen. A Muslim might sit alone by the Han River as the sun sets over Seoul, open a small container of dates, whisper Bismillah, and break his fast in complete solitude. But on weekends, something beautiful happens. The Muslim community gathers at the Seoul Central Mosque, the oldest and largest mosque in Korea. Families travel from across the city. Food is shared. Prayers are offered together. And for a few precious hours, the loneliness completely disappears. Perhaps the most remarkable part of this story is the Korean converts to Islam. In a country where Islam is almost completely unknown, these men and women made a conscious, deliberate choice. Many Korean converts speak of finding peace in the structure of Islam, the 5 daily prayers giving rhythm and meaning to their day, the concept of one God resonating deeply in their hearts. Some found Islam through a friend, a book, or a moment of quiet reflection. One young Korean woman from Seoul described her journey simply. She said that before Islam, she felt like she was running without a destination. After her shahada, for the first time, she knew exactly where she was going. Today, more Koreans are choosing Islam every single year, quietly, sincerely, without the world watching. The Muslims of South Korea remind us of something powerful, that faith does not need a crowd to survive. It does not need the world's approval to grow. It only needs sincerity. In the neon-lit streets of Seoul, in a quiet apartment before dawn, in a lone figure sitting by the Han River at sunset, faith is alive, unshakable, unstoppable. If this story moved you, share it. Subscribe to Silent Crescent for more untold stories from the Muslim world.